Hey tubers, Teal Times here. Sorry I haven't posted a vid in a while, but I got lots of good stuff on the way. Today I'm going to introduce you to our new drummer, and he's very famous. He used to play with James Brown. Everybody calls him Tiger, but his name is Don Martin. Don Juan Martin, yeah. So anyway, here we go. We're going to sit down with Tiger and talk a little bit about him and his experience with James Brown. This is just going to be the first of a couple of videos that we're going to do. Just going to give you guys a little teaser today, so you got something to look forward to next week. Hey tubers, sitting here today with Don Juan Tiger Martin. He's the newest addition to our band.
Hello.
And man, we sure are glad to have you, brother.
I'm glad to be here. Man, I'm happy to play, man. I'm always happy to play.
You can hold that pocket, man, like no other.
I'm a pocket man.
You the pocket man.
Yeah, I'm the pocket man. You know.
I'm gonna tell you, this dude here is awesome to play with. He inspires me so much to play guitar. It's I can't even explain it. Just an incredible drummer. He used to play with James Brown, and God knows, he'll tell you the other people that he played with as well. But this is the first video of a series of 2 or 3 videos that we'll have with Tiger. And Tiger, my first question is, how did you meet James Brown?
Well, back in the 60s, a brother named Catfish, his name was Phelps Collins, and his brother Bootsy, we had a band together, and the name of our band was called the Pacemakers.
The Pacemakers.
And there was a guy named Charles Sperling out of Cincinnati. He was an A&R guy at King Records.
Right.
And he came to a clock bar in Cincinnati to hear us play. And he hired us to be his rhythm section at King Studio.
James Brown did?
No, Charles Sperling.
Oh,
because
Charles.
he was an A&R guy.
Okay.
And so we recorded all Charles Sperling songs. He wrote stuff for James. He wrote stuff for Hank Ballard. I think he even wrote Shout for the Isley Brothers. And he's still living, so he lives in Cincinnati. He's the original guy that got us in King Studio. Right. He got us inside the door so people see us.
Right.
And then we started playing with Charles in '66, and we were recording at King Records. He wasn't paying us about $30 a piece to play and record a record like A and B side at the time.
Right.
So we had been there from '66 to '68, and James would come to town and record, and we would be in the studio and see him and his band, and he would hear us all the time. So he had Hank Ballard, Marvin Whitney, Vicki Anderson, and Bobby Bird in his organization. So we was the backup band for Hank Ballard.
Right.
And we called ourselves the Blackanizers when we got with Hank.
Right.
And we played with Marvin Whitney. So James seen us at King's all the time, and he hired me, Phelps, and Bootsy to be a rhythm section for them. And we had already had 2 horn players with us, a brother named Clayton Gunners. We called him Chick, and he was a trumpet player, and Robert McCullough, he was a saxophone player.
Right.
And but before then, we used to have a guy named Wesley Maxey playing horn with us, and a brother named Ronnie Greenway, and they was in my later band. So that's how we met James. James would come to the studio and see us playing with Charles, and he asked us to join his organization and play behind some people that he had in his organization. So we played behind Hank for a while, and Hank kept leaving us and not paying us on the road, and we had to put Phelps up to calling Mr. Bobbitt to get some money to pay the hotel and transportation. So James got tired of Hank leaving us, so he told us to go and play with Marvin. So we started playing with Marvin Whitney.
Right. And
then we was the opening act for James' review show. Like, we was the first act on the show. And that's how we really got with him. And then one time, Maziel and them, they was a band with James. They wanted more money. And at the time, James had already had us under contract, so he sent for us to come and do the gig while Maziel and them was still in the dressing room arguing about money. And when they looked up, we was on stage playing. And James got rid of them. And that's when we became the JBs, you know. But that's just a short version of the story. But we had went to Cleveland, Ohio, and got a brother named Hassan who played trumpet and joined the band, and that's how we really became the JBs, you know. And then we recorded all these songs.
What songs was James Brown playing during that time when you first started with him?
When we recorded with him, we recorded Sex Machine, Give It Up, Turn Loose, I Feel Good, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, Lick and Stick, Mother Popcorn. I recorded a lot of stuff with James.
You went to the studio and recorded those songs
at King Records, yeah.
King Records.
Yeah. Wow. And you know, I know now people believe that Clyde Stubblefield and Jabba recorded that stuff, but they didn't record that stuff. Because if they recorded that stuff with James when they were with him, why didn't they put the syncopation in the music then?
Right.
That didn't come until we got with James.
Right.
And then now everybody want to claim that they played drums and did this with James.
Right.
And even with Boosie, you know, now if y'all look at Boosie videos, I'm on his videos. You look on his back of his album, my name on there, but you never hear this brother mention my name. He always say the drummer, but he never say Tiger or Don Juan Martin. Then they try to make it believe that this cat named Frank was a drummer. Right. And when they did this show on, what was the show they did on TV? I just told you it was what was that I told you it was?
Gosh. We were just talking about it.
Yeah, we were just talking about, they did a TV show, Unsung or something like that. And they had Frank and Boosie on the show talking about James. But Frank was lying, and Boosie was lying. Wow. You know, Boosie said that James opened the door and he looked out the back door and said, "Oh, Boosie, I was looking for you, blah, blah, blah." That's a bunch of bull.
So that the movie wasn't really accurate.
No, the movie wasn't that good at all. Honestly, I didn't like the movie because it didn't really tell the true story about James. The movie should have been the Bobby Bird story. Because it was mostly about Bobby Bird. It wasn't about James. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that good. I didn't like it. And then it didn't really tell the real truth, you know. And but the main thing is that I just want everybody to know that the stuff that I recorded with James, and the reason why I'm not getting credit is because some people don't like you to be the person that you are. They want you to be a yes man, and they always want you to follow them like a sheep. Right. And I'm a grown man, man. I believe that we all do something special, and if we don't do it together, we ain't gonna do it at all. Right. So my thing was, well, Boosie, I like Boosie, and I love his brother Phyllis, but I couldn't get along with the cat because he was, I don't know. Once he got power and money, he started acting real strange, So I had to get away from the band.
So you played internationally. You didn't just play here in the United States. You played.
Oh, we went everywhere with James. We went to Europe, Paris, Rome, London, Amsterdam, Milan, Italy, all over the United States. We played at the Copacabana, everywhere with James.
What was your absolute favorite gig that you played, your favorite show that you performed with James Brown? If you had to pick one, which one would it be?
Live in Paris, 1971.
Live in Paris.
I think that's when the band was at their height.
Yeah.
We was really kicking ass.
What was the most popular song at that time that you guys were playing?
All of them.
All of them?
Give It Up, Turn Loose, I Feel Good, Sex Machine. I mean, we was playing them all. Yeah. Super Bad. I recorded all of them songs with James, Right. But you don't see people giving me the credit. But you see my pictures on the videos. You see my pictures in books. You see my pictures on TV. But don't nobody really mention my name.
And we're gonna get into that in the next episode that we do. Okay, we're gonna show where you were the man.
Yeah, I'm just
you've got all that stuff. We're gonna show people and tell them the truth.
And that's all I want to do is tell the truth about the thing.
Right.
I'm not trying to get no money. I ain't trying to get paid. I just want people to not believe in some bull. Right. Everybody always give you that bull and tell you that fairy tale story like they did everything by themselves. And that's the truth. They didn't do it by themselves. Right. It took a band to do what we did. Right. And it didn't take no one individual cat.
It's a group effort.
It's a group effort.
Just like what we're doing
together. Right. So now, when they give the credit to one person and they don't mention all the other guys,
This ain't right.
They just mess with me.
Right.
Because the one cat didn't do it. Right. And you might have heard his line, his bass line, but where was the drum? The song to me, the music, the song for James was the drum beat.
Right.
And the horns.
Right.
And the guitar licks. So like I will tell y'all the truth next time we do this. I'm just doing this now for Ron so I can get a little piece of it. But I will bring all the information and show y'all stuff next time we do this.
Right.
But I just want to give thanks to God, first of all, for letting me do this with Ron. And be able to tell y'all the truth so y'all can figure it out yourself, and look between the lines, not just read what people tell you all the time, because it ain't necessarily the truth.
So, the last question that I have for you is, how in the hell could you understand what James Brown was saying?
James could
did
talk.
he talk like he sang?
I mean, James could talk.
Did he talk like that, or did he have a normal voice, and did he just sing like that?
Nah, James could talk real good. You could understand what he say sometimes, but
sometimes,
and then but at the majority of the time, James, he got his point across,
Right.
And his main thing was to watch him. You had to keep your eyes on him 24/7, and that was the thing. Regardless of what you played, he might change the song in the middle of a song, and you got to be ready to play whatever he did, So, and in the movie, they had it where two drummers was playing together at the same time. That was some bullshit. We never played together.
Never had two drummers?
Never. We had two drummers.
Right.
He always had another drummer and a bass player in the wings standing, looking at us. But we never played together. Jabbo did all the shuffles and the slow stuff.
Right.
And I did all the syncopation drum beats.
Right.
All the fast stuff most of the time. And sometimes he let Jabbo play.
Right.
And Jabbo would be scuffling playing that stuff, and I used to be laughing. And they fired me one time because I wasn't paying attention. They sent me to Augusta, Georgia to live with this cat named Leon Austin.
Right.
And Leon was James' hairdresser and his best friend.
Right.
And he recorded a couple songs at King Records. So they sent me to Augusta, Georgia to live with him. So I stayed there for a while. And then when James realized he wanted me back in his band, he had his daddy come and get me and tell me to go back to Cincinnati.
Right.
And I thought they was going to kill me, so I just said, we going to catch a bus back to Cincinnati.
You better go back home.
So I went on back home, and I wasn't even home a week before Boosie came over my house and told me James wanted me back in the band.
Right.
And that's when we went to Europe.
That's when you went to Europe?
That's when we went. That was in '71. And like I said, we did a thing with George. We met George after we quit James. And the reason why we met George Clinton when we met is because the trumpet player Ronnie Greenway was going with this girl named Malia Franklin.
Right.
And Malia was going with Ronnie Greenway, the trumpet player.
Right. And
she took Ronnie to meet George Clinton in Detroit. So Ronnie took all care of all our business. He was our businessman. Right. Phelps was the band leader. So Ronnie took care of all the paperwork and stuff. So he went and met George. Then later on, we all met George later on. And George wanted us to join his band as part of the Funkadelic Parliament band. And that's how Boosie got his deal with Warner Brothers through George Clinton with the Rubber Band. But by that time, we had this cat named Felipe Wynn, his name was Phil Soul Walker. He was our lead singer in the band we had when we quit James, called the House Guests. Right. And Felipe left us and went to Detroit and got with the Spinners. So when I quit Boosie after we left United Sound Records, I quit them after we did Boosie Rubber Band album. Phelps came back and told me that Felipe was looking for me and called him for an audition. So I called him up in Detroit, and he wanted me to come to Detroit and audition with the Spinners. Right. So I went up there and auditioned, and I got the gig with the Spinners, and I stayed with them 5 years.
Did you?
Yeah.
We'll pull some of that stuff up too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. I was so excited at our first rehearsal.
Yeah.
We've only had 3 rehearsals. Tomorrow night will be our 4th rehearsal. And the very first song that we played together, I knew you was the man, brother.
All right.
I'm telling you, you got the groove.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you what, you make me play guitar better.
Thank you, bro.
You
appreciate it.
Well, guys, that's all we're gonna do this week. I just wanted to introduce you guys to Tiger, and we will have video footage of our band. Yeah. We've got a good band going on.
We got a good band. And I like to tell everybody, God bless, man. Put God first in everything you do, man. And keep funk alive.
Yeah. Cheers. Okay, I pulled some stuff up. There's Tiger right there. playing with James Brown. In 1971 in Rome. There he is again, right there. There he is again. Anyway, that's Tiger, guys.